It's Van and Leon, and we're actually at Central Park because where else would I be on a weekend other than New York? So I'm here all week, and then I choose the weekends also to be here. I don't live in New York yet. Anyway, as you can tell from the title, we'll be talking about the influence, I think, of the Power Rangers on on today and in the '90s. So, what are your memories of like the Power Rangers?
Um, I can't remember what year it was. I think it was like 19. When did it come out? Somewhere around 1995, 1996.
Sounds about right.
When
Yeah,
I first saw it, and it was like the first season,
yeah. Okay.
and everyone liked it. Everyone's into martial arts. Everyone's watching the Karate Kid.
It's true. That was like it was a particular time in the '90s where like it was the Surf Ninjas, the Three Ninjas,
Yep.
and the Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
And was there any other ones? I mean, Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
Was there a knockoff Power Rangers? Was there like another one?
There was like VR Troopers, and then Superhuman Samurai.
Oh, okay, that's the one I remember. Yeah.
There was Sidekicks with Chuck Norris and
Oh
Brendan
my gosh,
Fraser.
Chuck Norris. Oh my God, everyone. Oh my God, that was 1994.
Yeah. I think it was just action flicks. Everything action flicks.
It was very much hand-to-hand combat, though.
Steven
Like it wasn't.
Seagal.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God. Van Damme. too.
Van Damme.
Yeah.
Which he disappeared.
Right? I mean, Seagal didn't disappear. He just doesn't do his own stunts anymore. But like, yeah, Van Damme he went away. He was gone. Yeah. So
Sylvester Stallone.
So I was in Taekwondo between like 1990 and probably 94, 95. So it was definitely in the middle of all of that. So Taekwondo is South Korean, and it's more with like sticks eventually. I didn't get that far into it, but like it's a lot
karate.
of it was just generic karate, like there wasn't any.
I think my dad wanted me to sign for karate so I can defend myself.
Oh, gotcha.
in school, and I got picked on, which still happened anyway, but I controlled myself.
You're not allowed to use it. My brother used it in elementary school, and we all got in trouble. And then, like I think the studio, Sam Montgomery studio, dicks their dicks early on. Apparently, almost ruined it for everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. The 90s.
It was fine for a while. Okay,
It's
all right,
back.
we're fine. Okay, hello. It was just on pause. Hi, we have a guest. Just a little dog hanging out.
It's okay.
That's okay. Named Gary. Hi. Oh, hi. Hi. So he made new friends. That's what he was doing. Yeah. So the '90s. I mean, like, there's a lot with this. So
Learning to stay within the vicinity.
Okay, we're back. All right. So yeah, I don't know what's going on, but like, hopefully all of this is fine. Anyway, so yes, so. I mean, there's a lot that I want to cover with this. So I'm like, okay, so bullying, right? And the zero tolerance eventually. And then this was so popular that people were actually outlawing people, like, or not outlaw, but like it was strongly against the rules to use any sort of karate, even if it was just kicking the air, which was most of what people were doing.
Well, I might have punched my friend in the face. Well, he was making fun of me or doing something. He was annoying me, so I just like turned around and punched him in the nose.
I mean, you knew had the proper form, so you didn't break your wrist.
Yeah. I remember.
We had to do push-ups on our knuckles. That's how I know that that I, first of all, I definitely have some good knuckles there
Oh, just
for right. Yeah, you got your sharp knuckles. You have to do that when you're into the Power Rangers, apparently, and you do push-ups on your knuckles. I still try to do it too. Yeah, it's harder now.
Yeah, when you get older.
I'm not 7 doing this anymore. Yeah. So yes. So bullying. Like, how odd is it to be like, oh, I defended myself against a bully and I still got in trouble, which I'm like, that's so 90s. And then on top of that, like the zero tolerance, like having zero tolerance is so dumb. It's not. It just like it that's a lot of pressure to put on kids, you know, to be like, you fuck up once and that's it. Like there's no other thing. That's
You mean like, oh, it's gonna go in your permanent record, which doesn't exist.
right, exactly. I know my friend was telling me that like at the end of, I guess, high school, they got their record, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have my diploma and maybe like my final GPA, like my transcript and stuff, but I don't have a permanent record. There's nothing.
Yeah, all there was is a GPA, the transcript.
Right?
Unless there is like stuff in your records, but
I think there
doesn't
probably
matter.
should be a student record, but like also like I don't know, like do you really need to have that?
it doesn't matter. You go to college and no one cares.
It's true. I went to college at San Diego State, and there were 40,000 students there, and it's large, and I really liked it. I liked not. I liked just kind of figuring out who I was going to be, because no one knew me, and I didn't run into people that often. And then I went to Albertus Magnus, and that was 2,000 students max, and I was like, oh shit, everyone hates me, and it was a toxic environment.
Figuring out who you want to be or who you're going to be.
Who you're gonna be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone ever do that?
I don't know. I mean, I think that I have a pretty good idea of who I am right now. Yeah. Other
Yeah, I have
than
no
the other
clue.
stuff. Okay.
I'm just living in the present.
Other
think
than
I-
the other stuff.
Yeah, I think I learned like,
Yeah.
instead of trying to figure out what you are or who you are, it's better to just live in the present moment. Because if you're
Always
stuck
kind of trying to
figuring it
figure
out, then
yeah.
you're stuck in the past and you're stuck in the future, but you're never present.
Kind of, yeah. You never kind of have the present. Yeah. And I mean, isn't that also a part of like, karate anyway, is being in the present? But also, I mean, I guess knowing your body well enough and training it well enough to have definite stuff go on. You know, like I got scared one time and got into the defensive position. The defensive position is this. My brother scared the crap out of me, and I went like this, and he was like, okay, calm down. And I'm like, but that's how my body should have reacted, right? Like I was training to do that. So
I mean,
yes, yeah,
it's basically the same thing like dancing.
yeah,
Because you do martial arts,
yeah,
you do dancing. It's all about living through space
yeah,
in the present time and not thinking what's happened before
and what will happen.
or what will happen. Even like telegraphing, like when you telegraph moves in martial arts, or even
right,
like
it's
dancing,
like, yeah,
you're
continue to do-
picking up the signals that are happening now,
Yeah.
not the signals you think will happen because then
right,
everything
because
that's
you
great.
can, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I did dancing.
I
2 years
also,
ago.
oh, I took a couple of years. Did I? Yes, I did ballet before I did taekwondo.
And it's the same thing.
That's pretty much-
It's
yeah.
all just dancing.
Oh, and then I did like one more, I think, round of like, I don't know, street or hip hop or freestyle or something. Yeah. Yeah.
Is there more fun art than? Never mind.
Okay, so we just got back from the Guggenheim, and it like I've been twice now, and I don't like it. It's not. Just the artwork today was conceptual, and a lot of the what is art
Oh, it
type of
changes?
artwork. Yes. Oh,
Oh.
yes. No, I've seen Kandinsky there, And you know, his work is.
I was more impressed with the architecture.
I mean,
The rotunda thing.
yes, the rotunda thing, which has like some offshoots for like galleries, but for the most part, it's just basically all like you go in and you basically walk in a circle, but it's a spiral up, and it's usually all kind of the same artist unless you go into one of the smaller galleries. And I've been there twice, and I think that I don't like it. I don't think I'm going to try and go again for a while. Now, the Whitney, I'm good with. I want to go back. The Whitney had an Edward Hopper retrospective of New York, and I really, really enjoyed it. And I just really enjoy Edward Hopper anyway. So that's one of those ones that I think everyone would recognize once you like look it up, but you probably don't know the name of that person, which is fine. It's fine. I'm the person into art. I don't mind these things.
I like science more. I mean, I like art, but
okay,
I like science.
so the Science Museum in New Jersey is having a identity crisis. So Thursday, they had a fire festival. Sorry.
Hey,
They had a fire
define
festival.
fire festival, because I'm thinking of fire festival that was
With a
on
Y,
Netflix.
yeah. No, this was like festival vibes, I guess, and they had a Blink 182 laser show, and
Strange.
right. So
What does that to do with science?
I don't know.
I mean, okay, I got the lasers.
Right, but they also last month had a Woodstock festival at the Science Museum
Okay, what does Woodstock have to do with,
with science.
I guess, weed and chemical reactions? Of
I mean, there's a
making the
whole thing
fire?
about Woodstock. I mean, maybe I think another time we will have to do Woodstock '99 because
Oh yeah, I forgot there's
Right.
more than one Woodstock.
there was more than one Woodstock, and there was almost a Woodstock 2019, which my dad was trying to convince me to go to.
I thought Woodstock was just a 70s thing with hippies.
1969.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I thought it was just a hippies thing
Okay,
before the Vietnam
so
War. or whatever.
let's go over this though, because yeah, I mean it was before the Vietnam War, but like okay, so I'm kind of into this because I don't know, I identified as a hippie in the 90s, so because of life, because it was 20 years before that, and now that we're 20 years away from the 90s, it's all coming back around. Yay! You're gonna be okay with that?
Actually, technically, we're 23 years from the 90s.
Yeah,
24,
We are.
1999.
They're wearing long coats. That was interesting. Okay, sorry, I keep getting distracted by people. Anyway, okay, so Woodstock, 1969. All right. Is like festival were very much capitalists, and they fucked up a lot of shit, and that farm is not like. Well, dog has blue eyes. Okay, we're back. Okay, so he just said that's very anti the hippie, and I'm just like, yeah, they made a lot of money off of it and destroyed the environment. So I mean, very much not hippies. You know, just it fucked up. And then in 1999, I guess there's a documentary about how fucked up that one was. I also think that I wanted to be like that, and then I was like, I don't want to describe this on the podcast right now. Anyway, so yeah, like not there's just a lot of disasters. Oh, I think that there's a correlation, in my opinion, between the hippie movement, free love, and all of this other stuff. I think it's one of those things you kind of have to go through, like in your like early 20s or something, and then, but like clearly.
Ninja Turtle show.
Coming out of the Ninja Turtle show. Okay. So I think everyone has to go through that at some points, and even like the hippies had their parents who were like kind of funding them, and like the hippies who were more well off were the ones who were interesting. And you know, I think a lot of people just didn't think about where the money comes from, because that's not what you think about when you're in your 20s. Now, you know, later on, then you're like, wait, how did anyone pay for anything? and then you find out it was their parents. And so like I think there's a correlation there, and like, sure we'd be fine, but like also like yeah, that couple is sunbathing. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Central Park.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Hi. I think that understanding that like at some point you do have to unfortunately like become a capitalist and work and kind of be a little bit miserable like is a part of growing older, and still being kind of an entitled fuck is probably going to come back around, you know, like I think they're going to have that kind of realization eventually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what do they say? It's that saying, hard times makes,
Just kind of a cycle.
unless you live in a third world and more simpler places, which
Well, you have to rely on a lot of different stuff then. You treat me like shit. They never really liked me. Anyway, hi. How's it going?
life was a little bit more fulfilling somewhat. I mean, you go outside, you play, you ride your bikes, you play it.
Okay, we're back. Sorry.
So,
Yeah.
like, people play outside, played freeze tag, played fetch, softball,
I think there was
baseball.
also a way of like keeping people who had the crackberries, you know,
Oh,
blackberries.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
I think I had a phone themselves in college.
Oh, gotcha. I just like gave that to my friend. It says that we're paused while it's trying to find a connection. Anyway, so I was saying blackberries and crackberries could be the area too. Like there's something that's like, you know. So hopefully we're gonna end soon because I can't continue to be like, oh wait, where was that?
Okay, so how does this come?
Could you like not do that right now? Anyway, okay. So how does this relate to the Power Rangers? Power Rangers,
90s.
yes, learn it on the internet, but what does that entirely mean? You know,
Power Rangers had some fun lessons, like
check. Okay. So yes. So what were some of the lessons? Because I don't even know if I've ever watched an episode.
standing up for what's right, defending